It's the 1960s, and wallfish are having a resurgence in the kitchens of Somerset, England. But what's a wallfish, you ask? It's edible garden snails, and we're gonna breed the snot out of them! Not only is rainy old England full of snails, but this is the era of free love, so simple, right? Wrong. You see, as simultaneous hermaphrodites, snails have higher standards than most of us, and their courtship involves stabbing each other with bony love darts before any genetic information is even exchanged. And the proper British snails and wallfish are pickier than that, because they will only mate under one of two possible conditions. The first is when they encounter a snail or snails whose total love darts with theirs adds up to exactly 7. The second possible condition is when they encounter a snail or snails who have exactly as many love darts as them. But if you'll remember what I said earlier about standards, they will never mate with a member of their own family. You now know everything you need to know about breeding snails and wallfish, so let's get on to the matchmaking. Play cycles between 2 seasons, spring and summer. During spring, the players try to assemble a stable of 4 cards with as many viable mates as possible for the summer to come. This happens through a draft with a bit of free love, so I like to call it a swing. Each turn starts with someone releasing a stud into the garden. Then, all players simultaneously assign 1 snail to their stables for later, and 1 snail to the garden for now. Once revealed, the snails in the garden all swing to another player, and the ones in the stable lock in. But if the snails in the garden can mate with that stud, their original player can score a few eggs before saying goodbye. After 3 turns, spring ends. Players select 1 final snail to keep, and a super stud is revealed. This card acts as the 5th member of everyone's stable. Then, the summer of love begins. We've been building to this moment all spring, and the snails are ready to do as much mating as possible, so every viable combination within each stable is scored. After all the eggs are counted, we reshuffle the cards and begin again in spring. If at any point during either season a player has produced 70 or more eggs, the game ends and the player with the most eggs wins. And that's Wallfish. If you're interested in learning more about the game or trying it out for yourself, I've included a link to the print and play below. Also, if you are interested in trying some snails, I've included some recipes, and I haven't tried any of them yet. Thanks for watching.